Hi, hello. My name is Holger from BDR Germany, and I'm happy to being here with you to introduce you to the wonderful program BDR Purification. Is a fabulous daily routine for all clients that have a problem with impurities, with acne, and with all sorts of inflammations. So let's first of all start with a short presentation and see what the purification program, which is a 5-step program, is like and what it really does to our client's skin. First aid means it's really, even when the skin condition is really terrible, when we are talking about major infections, major inflammations, really visible pimples and blackheads, whiteheads. So there really this series acts like the first aid, but also it's the first choice for a continuous routine throughout a couple of months until some products can be replaced by other BDR products when the skin is back to the normal harmony, when the skin is back to her balance and to the normal functions and to healthy conditions. So, what is the mission against acne and impure skin? Quite basically, acne is a worldwide problem. It's really widespread, and we can find in every country. We can find that in every continent worldwide. And acne is a problem that is mostly caused by a genetical hormone enzyme deficiency disorder. That brings actually let's say overproduction or hyperfunction of the sebus glands, and at the same time a hyperkeratosis, which means there's a lot of material on the surface that does not allow the sebum to flow outside the skin. That causes comedons, blackheads, which then again provide the perfect area for propionibacteria to start working, to start distributing themselves for all kinds of germs that then cause a major inflammation. However, also hormone fluctuations, especially in young people or later on, when people go through hormone changes, could also be the moment when there is the so-called adult acne. Then problems in the gastrointestinal area. If there is problems, sometimes it might occur that there is intolerance to food or any problem in the gastrointestinal area. They also trigger acne, inflammations, and impurities. The skin becomes inflamed, and even in the depth, it hurts. The pustulas are incredible, uncomfortable, and the pH value goes more and more alkaline throughout time. So what we can do, because it hurts, it scars, it looks unkempt, and if the clients have tried so many things, even from doctors, from pharmacies, drugstores, have tried so many different cosmetic products and still have not solved their problems, then it's about time to go directly to BDR, because BDR stands for Biotechnological Dermaceutical Reconstruction, and BDR brings back the balance and the harmony that is needed for a normal, healthy function of the skin. And that goes really quick. We're speaking here about 4 to 8 weeks, that there is really a major visible difference to the condition that we started with. Because the intelligent active ingredients, they normalize the sebum production. There is peptides and high-tech, really very modern high-tech ingredients in very high dosage, which is normal for BDR, that really cover the problem and that really solve the problem on the root and not just superficially. So the fulfillment actually is careful formulated peptide complexes that raise the skin irritation threshold. The skin is less sensitive. The skin becomes more and more tough and resilient. High-tech active ingredients in the concentration that is used, always the highest concentration possible, will relieve the pressure, will stop the pain from pressure in deep pustulas. And also there is a lot of natural ingredients even to prevent from scarring. Microsilver reduces the inflammations. So basically, our mission to solve that problem ends in a promise that I can make here in the name of BDR, because BDR promises the fastest and most long-lasting results possible within the framework of the genetic conditions of the respective skin. And that promise can be held within these 5-step programs within a few weeks. So it's very easy to start with, because we're starting like every beauty routine with a cleanser. But it's a pity to call that product a cleanser as it contains so high dosage of active ingredients. The density of active ingredients is really more than most serums that can be found in drugstores or in pharmacies. This density leads to a little different way of application. So let's go first through the active ingredients. We're working here with SebuClear, which is balancing the sebum production. Witch hazel extract, which is a material that brings finer pores, that stops from redness. Salicylic acid helps to provide from hyperkeratosis. Allantoin works against the scarring. Panthenol is a healing or a regenerating product that helps a lot through during the epithelialization phase. Boswellic acid is basically an healing or anti-redness, anti-inflammation acid that works very well for all sorts of inflammations and redness. So that is really fantastic. And microsilver, of course, is one of the most known anti-inflammatory ingredients. The microsilver that is used in there has the perfect molecular size, so it cannot be found in the blood, but it's not just in the surface, so it's getting down there where it's really needed, where the inflammation takes place, and that's a question of molecular size. So it's really especially suitable for inflammable, blemished skin, especially for sensitive, irritated and inflamed skin. It's anti-inflammatory, and because of the microsilver, it needs to be shaken well before application. So here, for let's say the quick cleansing, it's quite easy. You would use wet hands, use 1 to 2 pumps, dilute it in the hands, distribute it all over the face, and then just splash it off the face or rinse it off the face. As this is not a normal cleanser, we highly recommend at least once a day to keep the cleanser on the surface for at least 3 to 5 minutes. In that case, you would use Remove pH, like 2-3 pumps would be enough. For a small face, 3 to 5 pumps would be fine for a larger face and neck. And then just thoroughly massage it all over the face. We know, of course, if a client starts freshly, new with this series, there might be pustulas and pimples and impurities that hurt. So in that area, you would just apply it and not necessarily keep massaging them because it's just giving you some discomfort. Usually after a couple of days, that pain will disappear as the inflammation will go down, and then there is already a visible difference after a few days already in the application form and in the way to use the Remove pH. So once it's applied to the skin, leave it for 3 to 5 minutes. My personal recommendation is always to put it on before brushing teeth, and then splash it or rinse it off after the brushing, the hygiene, the dental hygiene has been finished. That always takes like 3 to 5 minutes. It can also be wonderful left as a mask. So 10 minutes, 15 minutes is no problem. And I know of clients that even keep it on overnight. This cleanser does not contain any drying substances. So there is no SLS or other drying cleanser material in there. And most important, and that is what everybody has to understand, cleansing with the incorrect product would always lead to problems. A cleanser needs to open the gate for precious ingredients, but so many cleansers that contain microplastics, silicones, mineral oils, they will leave some residues on the surface that actually will stop the acids and the serums from penetrating to the deeper layers of the skin, and then it's 50, even more percent that we have to lose from the activity of all products that we put on later. So always start the daily routine and the ritual of cleansing with a proper product that matches to the other serums and acids that are being applied afterwards. Otherwise, all the rest could be a waste of time, energy, and money. So then, step 2. There is 2 steps too. There is one daily step 2, which is a preparation booster essence. And the smell of camphor will already show the antibacterial and the anti-inflammatory effects. There is many of them inside here. So there is a pore refining effect, but especially 2 things are very important for acne and impurities. On the surface, there will take place a constant removal for a very small dosage of acids that are being applied daily. Secondly, this product helps for the others, like a slide, to get more active ingredients quicker and deeper into the skin. And that means in the first minute, everything what is applied in the first minute after this, let's say, slide product, after this professional tonic, all these products will get deeper, quicker into the skin. Very easy application, 1 to 2 spritz. I would also say here for beginners, use wet hands to dilute the product. So wet one hand, use 1-2 spritz of the serum, and then just apply it all over, especially of course on those areas where you have the problems with the inflammations. Keep it on and start using the other products afterwards. I know it says tonic, and a lot of people would think, oh, a tonic I would apply on a cotton thread. Don't do that. On a cotton bud or on whatever application form. You would throw away too much of the product. If you use it from the palm of your hand and just really bring it in there and massage it onto the surface, everything will be fine. And then you can see already a freshness. You will see the perfect, you will see a perfect and a wonderful, let's say, a vitality of the skin. Most important, pore refining. Most important also the fact that we have already an ingredient in there like like phyto cocktail that also helps to regenerate and to prevent from scars. So this product can be used every day except once or twice a week because it will be replaced by a very special product called reaction pH. So that means instead of this step 2 once or twice a week, reaction pH is used. That now is an essence, mandelic acid and succinic acid. Those two acids are working exfoliating way. That means dead cells that prevent the sebum from kind of leaving the inside of the gland and remains inside, creating comedones, creating pustula, that will be removed from the surface. And in the same time, this precious, and mandelic acid is really a precious ingredient, is one of the most costly acids worldwide. The mandelic acid not only has an exfoliating action, but much more important for all those who suffer from acne and from pustula, mandelic acid dilutes the sebum, makes it easier to flow out, make it easier to exit the skin. And in the moment when the surface already is cleaned, when the surface is exfoliated, this effect can take place even easier. Mandelic acid also has an antibiotic effect, and succinic acid is used also as an anti-inflammatory effect. That also means that this acid product can be easily used as a problem spotter overnight, so just to use on several pustula wherever they are, or even better, once a week globally on the entire face, all the areas that suffer from acne. Leave it on for about 15 minutes and make sure that the product, which is quite oily, it's really like, it really feels very, very oily and very shiny, nearly like a lip gloss. So apply enough product that the shine on the surface is still there, really like a lip gloss. And that needs to be left at least 10 to 15 minutes. So even sensitive skin can work with that. Problematic skin that has to do with any sorts of inflammation, with any sort of problem that can be solved with an antibiotic effect, that product is the best. Reaction pH can be used for all sorts of blemishes, reduces the tension and reduces the pain from inside and helps the glands to clean themselves. Once up to twice per week, 8 to 10 pumps, easy application with the fingers or with a soft brush. Keep some little space to the eye area and to the lip area. Use enough product and leave it for about 15 minutes. Rinse it off thoroughly with lukewarm water and enjoy the action. So, step 3, depending on which one has used on step 2, so right after one of these products, we're going to the next step, which is such a release, such a relief of pain and pressure for impurities. That is an hyaluronic acid, so it's a moisturizer, but also at the same time it prevents from scarring because we are using allantoin inside. We're using SeboClear inside, which is a normalization of the sebum flow. So the glands that produce the sebum are being relaxed. So the flow of serum will be normalized. The hyaluronic acid gives a lot of moisture and cools down the area. Panthenol stimulates the epithelialization. That is very important that there is no scarring. And also has an anti-inflammatory effect. To regenerate the upper layers of the skin and to remove some dead cells by stimulating the cell proliferation of the epithelial cells, we're using allantoin inside, and that also helps to prevent from negative oxidative damage. It's a wonderful light, jelly, cooling serum that is applied again when those products were used. Just a few drops, and already after 1-2 days, people comment all over that the pressure, the pain, and the discomfort of impurities is taken down and is taken away. That is basically the third step. Then, very important to understand how to use this moisture gel. It can be applied close to the eye, can be applied near to the lips, should be distributed all over the face, maybe also the neck or the décolleté. Next step, step 4, is optional. Step 4 is an optional step that we call it focus care, which is not included in the set, in the monthly set. As this is an option, in this case, the stem cell booster is an ampoule, a concentrate, a dermaceutical concentrate, which contains of 3 very important active ingredients. We have here growth factors, which is the exact copy of the natural human placenta. So it's like a biological placenta made from plants. And it's this copy of the growth factors help to prevent again from scarring, helps the skin to heal much quicker, helps to all the regeneration process to be accelerated. There is fiber boosters, which is also very important to renovate the skin and to help also to build up all the areas where there were swellings, all the area where there was deep inflammations, to bring back fiber tissue, and also a stem cell booster as the main ingredients that will help to also vitalize stem cells in order to rebuild the damaged skin areas. That's basically like a 2 weeks or 1 week's cure that can be used every now and again in between, especially then when people are suffering from scarring. Also very nice is one beautiful mask. So the mask for the weekend, to go out, when the redness has to be reduced very quickly, when the skin should feel very comfortable, can also be put in between step 3 and step 5. That would be the Refresh Professional Gel Mask. Also there we will find microsilver OPC. That is a mask that is super cooling, moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, and it just brings down redness, and it will really boost the comfort of the skin to make it look very healthy, very plump, perfect before going out for the weekend. Then not optional, that's mandatory, will be the final step, Revital pH. Revital pH, again, pure harmony, stands for the balance of the skin, stands for anti-redness, anti-inflammatory, and here again, that raises the threshold of the skin, that gives a protective shield, that makes the skin less reactive, less infective. So here we have the perfect day and night cream, 24 hours, morning and night use just a little amount of this really nice and soft cream. I know people with impurities always like, oh, I don't put anything that seems to be fatty or oily. No worries. That is nothing to do with normal creams. We're talking here about dermaceutical products. We're talking here about high-end and high-tech cosmetics. The oils that have been used in here are balancing, are anti-inflammatory, and are especially formulated for the needs of people with impure skin and acne. And as I said in the beginning, once the entire series has been used, the resilience of the skin and the strength of the skin is built up so far that sometimes you can even see the border where the products were be used until too, because even people that sometimes have a hot flash or like redness or Mallorca acne or like reactions, they will go exactly to the border where the cream has been used. And where the cream has been used continuously, there will be less reactions, less sensitivity, and just more healthy skin, more healthy impression. Of course, like in every skincare program, and they're also here, BDR doesn't differentiate from other common skincare programs. There is also extra products like what I call the perfect match. So that could be the mask, that could be the ampoules, that could be Refine, which is a serum to refine the pore and moisturize maybe throughout winter time. So you will find always like eye cream, neck cream, hand creams. But these 5 products are the basic products to solve all problems of impurities, and they will give you in shortest time much more beautiful and even skin, less acne problems, less redness, and less inflammations. So whenever you know somebody who suffers from these problems, there is the solution. And they can start very easily with a 1-month package. The 1-month package contains exactly the size that should be enough for 1 month. And all those products that last longer, the first what is empty can be rebought in then the original bigger size, and people will use that with pleasure because they will be very, very happy with this program.